What's up, everybody? It's Cool Sports Guy here. Today we have a very special edition of Cool Sports Guy. We won't be talking football or none of the other sports or anything, but we will be talking MMA with Jose Diaz, currently just fought at Combate Global. So without further ado, I'll bring in the man himself. How you doing, Mr. Diaz?
How's it going? How's it going?
Yeah, pretty good. Awesome. First of all, congratulations on your fight a couple weeks ago. How's it? Gotta be pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, it was a good show. I like Combate. They're pretty good, man. It was a good show. Put on a good show
Oh,
for fans, It's a good fight. I liked it, Get back in shape and come back twice as good, next fight. So it's exciting.
awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Just want to talk a little bit, find out like everything about you, like your origin story, so to speak. I figure we could start at the beginning. So, I'm wondering how you got involved into MMA. I know you starting wrestling at 5 years old, right? So, were there other sports you undertook before you made the transition to MMA?
Yeah, I started wrestling real young. My dad put me in wrestling and started doing well wrestling. So I started doing boxing at 8. Started
Mm-hmm.
wrestling or boxing with Elks Lodge right here in Whittier. And
Mm-hmm.
then doing just all kinds of combat sports, like then karate and then kickboxing, jiu-jitsu. I did some Japanese jiu-jitsu when I was a young kid. When I did that in judo. They
Mm-hmm.
did that together. So it all started from wrestling. So I just kind of grew up doing combat sports. That's all I was good at. My dad seen I was real good at them, from early age. So I just started jumping into martial arts from a young age before it was MMA. And then, by
Mm-hmm.
the time MMA got popular, I jumped in the MMA gym 14 years old. And
Nice.
that was it, man.
Wait, yeah, that was gonna be my next question. What got you into the sport? But it's kind of like you just kind of naturally just got into the whole
Naturally, yeah,
amateur. Huh?
man. I grew up doing mixed martial arts, basically. You know what I mean? I grew up doing
Right.
mixed martial arts, different. There's a lot of boxing. It always centered around wrestling. It was always centered around wrestling season. You
Gotcha,
know,
gotcha.
but I started doing other things, so it was pretty cool. Just naturally went
Well,
into MMA as a kid, and then 17, I had my first MMA fight.
oh, nice. Okay.
So
17 years old. What was that at?
that was they were it was like a smoker. So it was basically a smoker with another kid from another gym,
Mm-hmm.
and just a smoker. Right before I finished my junior year in high school. I'd already been
Mm-hmm.
training for like 3 years at that time in MMA, putting everything together, and I won the fight, second round, TKO, and then went back and I wrestled my senior year.
Gotcha, gotcha. So a smoker is, I guess, two gyms get together, kind of like match up and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, smoker, yeah. For anybody who doesn't know, smokers like back in the day, you just sign a waiver. You just say, hey, I'm gonna fight this guy, that guy. This is how much I weigh. This is my experience, and then they just match you up with whoever they feel fit.
Right,
So,
right.
and that's how it was back in the day. There was no amateur league for fighters. You just go pro, you go down to TJ, or something like that. And you go get some fights in, or you just go to the Indian reservation. You fight for money,
Mm-hmm.
or then there was no real amateurs. You know what I mean? There was no amateurs like that.
Gotcha, yeah. That's
So
cool,
it
yeah.
kind of
Just
started like that. It was pretty cool.
you got in there real quick, huh? And so what gym did you train out of? You said you were in Whittier, correct?
Yeah, I live out here in like southeast Los Angeles, like Whittier, Norwalk, La Mirada area. And there's no real gyms out here, but there was a gym when I started when I was 14. There was a gym called UMMA. It was by Jay Martinez and Mike Rush. He was a black belt taekwondo, and Jay was already a OG. OJ's still OG, turned to CSW, but it
Mm-hmm.
was him. There was a fight. He was already a fighter, an MMA guy, so having a lot of MMA fights. So that's where it started, and then that's what got me into it, was being out here. But now there's no gyms out there. Now I train at Huntington Beach. I trained out at Huntington Beach. It's been my home
Mm-hmm.
for like the last 10 years with my coach, black belt instructor named Peru Luciano. I started over there cleaning the gym, man. I would start cleaning the gym. Um,
Yeah.
and he would let me train for free. You know what I mean? He's like, all right, you earn your keep, train. You know, help up the mats, clean up and stuff. And
Right.
so I just went there at 20 years old, gave me a job, let me start doing my thing there, and I never left.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, it sounds like a pretty good experience. And what's the atmosphere there at the gym? Like what kind of what's the vibes, so to speak?
The atmosphere over at Clever's is really family oriented. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's a family gym. There's a lot of kids, big kids jiu-jitsu program, but there's a lot of OG talent that's come through there, because it's like the mecca of fighting back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Huntington Beach, with Tito Ortiz, and that was a big wave, that was a big era at the time. So Clever was around that whole time. So he knows a lot of
Right.
people, man. He knew BJ Penn. I had BJ Penn knocking on the door one day out of nowhere, like, "Hey, where's Clever at?" And I'm like, "Oh shoot, this is crazy," seeing Tito
Right.
over
Right.
there and stuff like that. So he's always been connected with everybody there. So it's a different feel. It's a very family oriented gym, but there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people that know about that gym that are in the area and that know things. So I've been
Gotcha.
blessed to be over there and meet a lot of different people and stuff over there.
Sounds like quite the group right there. So how does your personality fit in with that family environment with all these big names and all that? How do you think you fit in there?
I like it because it makes you're around greatness. You want to be great.
Mm-hmm.
You're around these guys. You want to be. Hey, I got to be better than him. He made this much of a splash. I got to be bigger than that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's how it goes. So it's nice.
I,
It's nice to have it. It's nice to iron sharpens iron, and also to be around those people and ask them and learn from them too.
mm-hmm.
So I don't have to make the mistakes they made. They can help me out, give me a little guidance, kind of put me in the right direction and stuff.
Right. Right. And that's a good point. Like learning little bits and pieces and everything. Is there anything that stands out to you over the years? Like one key thing that's kind of like you've taken through the years from the training there.
Um, always. I mean, it's a jujitsu. It's a big jujitsu gym school. I used to do wrestling and boxing and all that stuff, so I really didn't do gi jujitsu. So I didn't really have that element in my lifestyle at all, and I kind of learned
Mm-hmm.
about the culture, the jiu-jitsu culture there, and I got to fight in Brazil 7 times, stuff like that. I got to learn about the culture there, and
Wow. Okay.
just got different. I looked at the game from a different angle after I went to that gym, so it was pretty cool.
Sweet. And so now, like, I see you moving around and everything. What does a normal week look like for you? Like, how do you?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm always moving around, man. Always moving around, always doing stuff. Always got some plans get canceled. Got to move something over, do something different. That's just how
mm-hmm.
it goes. It's just life on the
Okay.
fly. It's like a fight. I like to stay
Right.
scheduled as much as I can, but when things got to get changed, they got to get changed, and it's gotta work. You got to make it work. So
Right.
right now I'm gonna go dropping some people off and doing some things, moving around. My little
Mm-hmm.
brother got sick today, so I got to take him to go get checked up to make sure. He just
Oh man.
he's just milking it, so I gotta go make sure he's all right.
Gotcha. No, I understand completely. I got two little ones in the other room right now, so I get it. Sometimes it'd be like that. So that's a good. Like, how do you do like the balance, the personal life, training and all that? Is there something, there's certain routines you like to do, like on a regular basis, or like you said, just things just rotate all over the place?
They could rotate, but for the most part, it's either gonna be one or the other. It's either me. I'm gonna get up early and get something done right before I gotta start doing anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of physical, because I gotta train all day. So I have to make sure that I'm doing that. And so I'm either getting up early, trying to get a little something done first, because it's 2-3 sessions a day. So if I try and bang one out right in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
before I do anything else, that's cool. But if not, I gotta get up and do whatever I gotta do as far as that's whatever that is. If it's some other thing, hey, if someone's going to school, we gotta do this, a game or whatever, or practice, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe I gotta go do something. Oh, we gotta go do your exam. You gotta go get your blood work. You gotta go do this
Mm-hmm.
for the fight, or I gotta go to train. So I try and get one thing done first before I do anything else. One foot in front of the other. So,
Absolutely.
I like getting a workout at first, honestly, before anything else. I like getting out my training first thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the best, because then I feel, okay, well, then I have some leisure time to get some things done business-wise, and then we go right back to cracking mids, choking necks and stuff.
So just got to keep on moving, right? Just like a shark, right?
Just gotta keep moving, man. Keep moving,
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Like, so as far as being a fighter, like, what does that mean for you to be a fighter, to be in the sport? What does that entail for you?
I just feel like I don't know. I just love it. I love to compete. Really, I love to compete. I love to be the best, and I love to. I've been doing this for a long time, and I think I'm one of the best in the world. I think I know how to put everything together a lot better than other people, and I want to show it. And so that's like a driving force for me to kind of fight. And of course, I love the sport. There's nothing better than this sport. And it's really unique. I grew up, I presume I'm made for it, so, and I love to do it, and I get paid, so, and I don't have a long time to do it either, so I want to enjoy every minute.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I understand that. It's nice to be able to love what you're doing. It's not something I guess like it's less of a chore. Doing all the stuff you need to do for it, right? So you love it. So,
right, it becomes more like, hey, you gotta love it. Even you hate it, you love it. You love it to hate it. Like it's not fun sometimes training, but I do enjoy training. I enjoy training and I enjoy fighting. Both of them can be a little nerve wracking. If I know I have a really hard training, I got tough guys. I got to spar. I got a hard conditioning workout I got to get through. I get those same butterflies like if I'm in backstage. I'm getting ready for a fight. I'm like, oh snap.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's the same thing. I still get the same kind of anxiety from certain things. If you want to call it that, I don't want to call it anxiety, but I just feel like you get nervous, you get a little butterfly. That's it. That's normal. You know what I mean? So you gotta get cracking at it. That's pretty much it, man.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm speaking of like bright lights and everything like that. You like we talked about earlier. You were on Combate Global, the Latin promotion. I think they're based out of Miami, right? Is that where most of their fights go out of?
Yeah, they're based out of Miami, and I really like their show a lot. Fought a lot of different places, and I like their show. It's a good show. It got very nice presentation. The quality of fights is good. The commentary is nice. Paramount, you got the streaming service Paramount or Univision if you have that channel. So it's very easily accessible to all my friends and families. And I like the show, and I'm ready to go back already.
Gotcha. Yeah, I love watching it too. That's how I try to keep up as much as I can. Not just the one promotion, but it's nice seeing from different promotions, different aspects of the fight game. I got a little picture right there. Combate Global, you showing up and everything. That was a tough fight you had out there. Yes, sir. You went at it all 3 rounds and everything. How was that? Like going all out. It was a true battle right there. I mean, y'all went at it for 3 full rounds.
Yeah, that was a good fight. That's one of my favorite fights right now. That I put on. I wanna exceed this as well next fight. But this was a really nice fight. It came out real strong. I wanted to put the pressure on him early, let him know we're not here to mess around. And it worked. And I got a hold of him. I found the button a lot.
Yeah,
so next fight I want to put the guy out of there. I was a little bit the conditioning. I could have been in better shape. So I'm gonna come in a little bit more better shape that time. Because I kind of gassed myself out. I had a little bit of adrenaline jump the second round a little bit, but that like I said, that's all with like life. Just roll with the punches, man. It was what it was. So I know what I had to do that third round. I know I had to figure out a way to win. And that's what made it a great fight. We both got to show our heart. He showed his heart a lot. I showed my heart.
Mm-hmm.
We showed our skills, and we put on a great show for Combate, which was a very important thing too. And most importantly, I got the dub, man. I got it done.
Mm-hmm.
I still wanted that finish. You know what I mean? But
Got
it
your
was a
hands
great
raised at the
fight,
end,
man.
right?
Great fight.
Yes, sir.
Got the
So
dub,
like
baby. Get the dub.
I was noticing on the open scoring. Are you a fan of open scoring? How does that? I know it's different than most other promotions and everything. How does that affect your mindset going throughout the fight? Do you even like care about the open scoring at that point?
I was a fan of the open scoring. I like it. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's cool. I think people can. I think people can. They don't know how to appreciate it yet, really, because we're so used to nobody knowing the score. But I would keep the
Mm-hmm.
score away from everybody, especially when we got all these guys debating the who won, who they think won.
Yeah.
Just put it open scoring. That takes everything away from it. And like he knew he was down 2 rounds, and he did what he had to do that third round. He stepped on the gas. He seen I was a little bit fatigued, so he's like, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I know what I gotta do." He did his job. You know what I mean? He turned it up, and I knew my job is I got 2 rounds. Now I'm not gonna curl up. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight, man. I'm gonna fight that
Mm-hmm.
third round. I don't care how tired I am. I'm gonna fight you. But I knew what he had. I knew what his mentality was going in there. So I think that's a good thing. I liked it, and we knew we were up 2 rounds, so that was cool. I want to put him out the third round, and for the other guy, he knows, hey, I got to play catch up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a good thing because some fighter, maybe, it could be a closer fight. Another guy thought he was winning. In reality, it was 1-1, and he takes his foot off the gas the third round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think I liked it a lot. I appreciated it, and it was a pleasant surprise when I got there because I didn't know that until we got there. I
Oh,
was like
really?
in the back. Yeah, I'm like, all right, this is cool. I'm like, all right, I can dig that. Like, we know when it
Yeah.
is, and then it's kind of weird being in the corner and hearing them. They're like, my coach is like, okay, Jose, you got that round. All right, we got that round.
Right.
I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, this is weird. This is different. You know what I mean?
Like how much time you like take between fights, like
Oh,
recovery and
time.
downtime? Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends on how much damage you take. Honestly, like.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take much damage, so I'm ready to go back pretty soon. I'd like to go the end of the year. I know they're gonna have a show at the end of the year, like November or something. That's perfect time for me. November, get right back in there, end the year strong. That'll be 4 fights in one calendar year for me. Because I fought
Mm-hmm.
2 times at another organization, so I got like to get the reps in. You know what I mean? I'm back in action now. I took a
Mm-hmm.
couple years off, and never because I wasn't good or anything like I was losing or I took the time off. I'm back now. I'm getting in the swing of things and I'm ready to stay active.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, that's pretty good. Just saying, it's a good way to end the year right there with a win, Thanksgiving and all that time. So hopefully you're able to get back out there and show what you got and everything again. For this final part, I wanted to talk about just little non-MMA related questions. You like to watch any other sports? Are you a fan of any other sports, or are you just focused on the task at hand?
No, I like other sports. I like basketball. I watch some basketball. Of course, I'm a Laker fan. I'm an LA kid, so I'm always going to be a Laker fan.
Mm-hmm.
Dodger fan. Always going to be a Dodger fan. Always going to be a Dodger fan. And
Mm-hmm.
so I watch a little bit. I watch a little bit of football. Obviously, football season's cracking off right now. So me and the boys were always
Yeah.
hanging out, watching games. Everybody out here is big Rams fans. So I got homies that are Rams fans. I got homies that are Raider fans.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of football going on right now. How about you?
Oh yeah, I love it. I mean, I'm all about just anything that's on TV. I love baseball. I'm an Astros fan, so we just got the 100 wins a couple days ago.
Okay.
My Texans are a little hard to root for, but that's my home team. So we root for them. Try to get. We're 0-3 right now. So
You're in Texas?
In Texas, yes sir.
Okay, what part?
H-Town, a little south of H-Town, so right between H-Town and Galveston. Yeah.
Man, I want to come. I got to go out to Houston one of these days. I hear a lot of good things about Texas and stuff. So
it's a great town. Yeah. Oh, great town. Lots to do here. Food, entertainment, you name it. It's all great stuff over here. So But yeah, definitely not to watch any kind of sport I can get my hands into. So, what about like you see any movies, anything like that, or do you read any books, anything you recommend to the people watching right now?
What's some good movies I've seen? Huh. I didn't really watch. I watched the new Top Gun when it came out. That was all right. It
It's a
wasn't
good
as good
movie,
as the
yeah.
first one, but that was all right. And then I don't know. I don't really like all these movies coming out now. They're kind of. I don't really get them. They always got funky endings and
hmm
double meanings and stuff. So I don't know. These movies are weird to me.
Just a good old fashioned action flick, right? Just a old
Of
school action
course.
flick.
Oh yeah, man. Put some old school Bruce Lee on. You know.
Oh yeah, you can't fight with that. So that's a good stuff right there. Which one's your favorite Bruce Lee movie? Like good
Uh,
ones out there.
um, either Fist of Fury or either Fist of Fury or Fist of Fury or the what is it? Unleash the Dragon.
The Enter the Dragon,
Which
the
one of them?
last one he made.
Enter the Dragon.
Um,
Enter the Dragon and
Enter the
Fist of
Dragon,
Fury. This is my favorite.
the classic one. I'm a sucker for the Way of the Dragon when he fought Chuck Norris. That was really great.
Hey, cool sport. What the heck? I'm like, this is weird. This